Celebrating Women's History. Sponsored by the U.S. Army.
Well, tonight we're celebrating women's history through art.
Artists sharing their stories through quilting. It's part of a new exhibit at the Idle Jorg Museum. News 8's Aaliyah Hodges has more.
Picture this. They consider it fiber art, and many think it's just incredible. These are stories of women uncovered, now spoken through the language of quilts. But these aren't your grandmother's quilts. They weren't made to keep you warm. Each quilt explores the diverse experiences of women since the early 1800s.
Sometimes the quilts women make are made to advocate for a political ideal or to raise funds for a political cause. And sometimes a quilt is made for a dear family member or in a way that it brings their community together or forges bonds of friendship between women. And some quilts are made to express, really unique aspects of a woman's identity.
Whether it's to tell a time in history or a rite of passage in their life, it's about each woman's emotions all sewn together.
Every person that made one of these quilts used a form of expression, and their heart and soul are in every single stitch that they made.
Local artist Ann Luther created this quilt called Great Grandmother.
She represents a story that I don't think is told in our history books, and that's about the Romas or the Gypsies, and also the indentured servants.
Anne says her great-grandmother lived a life of persecution. The quilt took at least 40 hours to make.
It's supposed to be festive, but I wanted her image to be sort of sad and thoughtful within. But the fabric itself, it speaks festive, and the flowers speak festive because they're considered festive people. Musical, and that's why I had the musical instrument there.
These examples of art were more than just aesthetics. They were written records. Dr. Carolyn Mazlumi says she's been making quilts for more than 40 years and says it was a means of communication for those who didn't have a voice.
If we think in terms of history, when Africans were first brought to this country, they were not allowed to read and write. So there needed to be other ways to tell their stories.
This is called a log cabin.
Artists hope these quilts beckon viewers to come closer and see more than what meets the eye.
The exhibit is a great opportunity to see fiber art and quilts in a way that people may have never even thought or seen them before, and they truly are pieces of artwork and should be appreciated.
The exhibit is open to the public right now until August.